Greetings everyone. Today we're going to go over for our first ever camp hack. And this is one of the most useful camp hacks you will ever experience when winter camping. Everybody hopefully knows what a Nalgene water bottle is. We have tons of them around my house and they are so useful. It's crazy how great they are for reusing, so you don't contaminate our landfills with non-recyclable plastics, or with recycled plastics that just don't get recycled, that just get thrown into landfills and fill up our landfills, which are terrible on their own. But this right here is the best way if you ever winter camp by yourself. The best way to stay warm when you're winter camping is to take your wife or spouse with you. That's the best way to stay warm when you're camping. But for those of us that our wives don't, or spouses don't want to camp with us or can't camp with us all the time. I'm a scoutmaster with a Boy Scout troop. My wife can't camp with us. She gets to camp with us once a year, but other than that, she can't camp with us when we go camping every month. So when I go camping, I sleep in a hammock, and that makes it where I'm sleeping by myself. Also, great safety reasons. I love my hammock. If you haven't heard me talk about my hammocks, there's plenty of videos about that. But this is a reusable Nalgene water bottle. What you're going to do is you're going to take this. You're going to boil 32, maybe 34 ounces worth of boiling water. Rolling boil, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. That's when water boils. 216 if it's salt water. You're going to bring it to a rolling boil, and you're going to pour it in here. I will say if you have a big enough pot, you can just dip it down in there, but the one thing you got to watch out is this will stretch. The little strap, this will stretch and come right off the neck. So I don't advise that. I advise just pouring it in there. It's a lot easier if you just use a smaller pot, like a smaller saucepan, dip it down into a giant pot if you're doing it for a group. We do it as a group. We warm up a giant pot of water. We use part of it for our dishes. The other part we fill up our water bottles. And we create our warmers. These things are great. You fill them up with the hottest water you can put in here. And then you wrap a sock. You don't have to, but best thing to do is wrap a big sock around it. And it'll keep it where if it comes in contact with your bare skin, it will not scald you. Otherwise, it will get that hot. When you get up in the morning, this thing will still be warm. You put this thing 15 minutes before you go to bed, you fill this thing up with hot water without the sock, throw it down inside your sleeping bag, down in the foot box, down where the bottom is, put it down in there, keep your sleeping bag nice and tight, put it down in there for 15 minutes. When you go to get in your sleeping bag, after you change off, like me, change out my socks, wipe my feet down, get all nice and cool, get really comfortable. I sleep in as little as possible. And then I'm going to climb in my hammock in my sleeping bag, and I'm going to be warm and toasty. This will help keep you warm all night. You won't regret it. It's the best thing you've found to keep you warm when you're by yourself. It's awesome. Hope you guys will check it out. Try it on your next camp out. You won't regret it, guys. Hope you guys had a great Halloween. We had a great time, and it's just a great time to spend with your family. Get out there, enjoy them with them, watching them have a great time, watching them use their creations and use their imagination. And my son was a carrot. It was interesting, but he picked it out of all the costumes he saw online, and he picked a carrot. I'll show you a picture. That was a picture of him at the local grocery store in the produce department. Thought it was cute. My kid, that's what he picked. That's what he gets to be. If you wanted, I'm just glad it wasn't anything really crazy. But have fun with your kids, guys. They're a blessing. They're only given to you for a short period of time. Hope everybody has a great week. Get out there, enjoy nature, be prepared, stay safe. God bless, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Alright guys, before I forget, I want to also mention that we have a couple of cool shout outs. One is a really cool podcast I found recently, and I've been binge listening to it. I listen to it like almost all day long, every day. It's years old. It's called the Dirtbag Diaries. You can find it on all kinds of places. It's an awesome podcast, especially if you love the outdoors. It is going to be a gold mine to you. Tons of information, great stories that are just, I guess I relate to so many of them. It's overwhelming. It's really an impressive podcast, guys. I really love it. It's really, really cool. The other one are going to be a couple of YouTube channels. The first one is going to be Dino. If you don't know who Dino is, check out Dino's channel. Dino does some really cool reviews, and he's a great guy to listen to. I really like watching his reviews. He does some cool stuff, and he's just a great guy. I mean, he really is. One of the newer ones I found was one called Primitive Fusion. The guy does some blacksmithing, and his name's Steven. And Steven's a great guy. Does some cool stuff. I mean, really does. And I thought it was pretty impressive the way he's doing a giveaway. If you go over and check out his channel, he's doing a giveaway right now. He's giving away like this big old fro chopper. Big old cross blade. I mean, thing is gorgeous. He made it. I mean, it's amazing. But he's giving it away. So go over there and check it out. He's giving that away. And I think he's giving away an axe head. Older Brooks axe head. You're still going to have to hang it, but that's a great axe head. I have one just like it. Now I love it. And what else? The other one was VA, the letters VA, Mountain Man. He does a really cool channel. He does some great outdoor stuff, and he's just out there. He's getting out there and doing it and just having a great time with it. Hopefully you guys can check out these channels, and don't forget to check out that podcast. Listen to it while you're driving to work. There's nothing better than those terrible drives to work where you can't be outdoors. And you can enjoy nature, you can enjoy the outdoors and enjoy how beautiful it is outside. But when you're stuck in traffic, to listen to a podcast where you're listening to them talk about being outdoors and things to do, gives you ideas and just gets your creative mind going, especially if you're on your way to work or home from work. Man, there's nothing better. I hope you guys have a great week. Check out these channels, check out that podcast. You won't regret it, guys. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Marvin Fore saying, get out there, be prepared, stay safe. God bless. We'll talk to you soon, guys.